Hey everybody, I wanted to take you through my backtesting routine and how I'm doing it these days. I'm trying to save my MT4 data week to week in these files here. You can see that these individual files are 10,000 bars of data for each week ending Friday, and I use this to backtest a bunch. So let's just pick one randomly here, 410. That's April 10th, 2020. And hit load here as soon as this loads up. Okay. 10,000 bars. Okay. It's 30-minute data on the Euro USD. Let me hit calculate. And change bar to time. And then zoom in here. Okay, so I'm using the astronomy module Moon-Sun, and geocentric, and for the most part 1/5 has been working really well for me. 5% smooth orb, and I will say OK to this. And what I'm looking at is how this line tracks Friday price action to see whether it's going to be somewhat accurate for the upcoming week. So let me grab another one, and same thing, Moon-Sun. Gonna change the color on this one and let it be the first harmonic at 5%. And this is to try to see about catching as a timing tool when the market might turn or what's going to happen. And one last one is Moon minus Sun, 1/5, and 50% or 100%. So I'll go with 100 here. Okay, so when I'm looking at a new week, I'm looking first of all is how are the fast-moving Moon-Sun ones. That would be the 5% orbs. Tracking the end of the Friday price action, end of the day price action, and both of these are trending down, and so is also this beautiful red bar here. So I'm looking at this blue line and this 5%, 1/5 Moon-Sun. So that gives me fairly confident outlook that I'm going to be able to use that. And this, let me make this a little thicker and darker. So what I'm seeing is price, according to this, rising from the market open on Monday, and this turn here is one clue that I'm thinking that the market will rise up through midweek sometime and then drop into the Friday close. And I want to pick one of the peaks on this blue line, and it's saying 0-100 hours roughly on Wednesday, April 15th. So the outlook says let's go long into the 15th. At 0-100 hours, then go short from there, with an overall downtrend for the week. So let's take a look at an MT4 chart. Bring that in. And here's that week's price action, Monday to Friday close right here. So sure enough, we ended up coming into right here, 0, 0 on Wednesday, and then dropping down to the close. So this is how I typically will mark up my chart to post on Forex Factory. And then we'll measure the pips here. That's 51 and 115. So roughly 162 for the week. And again, this was totally predictive. There's no data in front of here. If I click this button up here, it is showing you the very end of the price data. Okay, let me pause it here and do another chart. Before I do that, though, I wanted to show you that I created a spreadsheet of this exact setup going back to the very first trading of the year, and tracking how Moon and Sun and these areas that are highlighted in yellow are inversions, where I had to invert those curves in order to let me show you how I decide which gets inverted. And let's just pick one randomly, the 25th of September, let's just say, or 18th of September, fine. Okay, so $9.18. Wait a minute for it to load here. Switch that to time. Click and drag to zoom in. Okay. I've got the 3 set up as a template here, so I'm going to click File, Run as Template right here. Let me pause it. Okay, so I've loaded up those 3 moon suns, and now what do I do to figure out the following week here? So with everything set to normal, it's looking like an up week into Friday and then down, but I wanted to point out this Friday price action here. Notice that everything seems to be going up here when price action is clearly coming down into Friday. So I'm going to just inverse this to the green one. So let's take this and take it to inverted. And inverted. So again, the New York session showed clearly a sell-off into the afternoon and into the close here. And so I've just changed the moon-sun lines to mimic that. And now we've got a downtrend. So, how did this translate? And also, what about these peaks? Did they pick up anything special? But let's just see here. I've got this at 50%. Let's see what 100% looks like. How about... So... Anyway, we've got this down action here. It looks like a possible turn, Friday morning at 118, but Friday is tricky because of options expirations and people closing up accounts at the end of the month in this case, or is it? Yeah, pretty much getting there. So let's pull in the MT4 chart and see what happened here. It's 21 September. Right here is Monday, and we had all this down action and through Friday afternoon, and the New York session got going here about 9 o'clock, 10 in the morning, and went up to the close. So we had a nice, I always Friday morning take a look, but that's 227 pips there, plus another 9. So if you want to stay short all the way to the close, then it would be 217 for the week there. So at any rate, I have done this for every single week again, and just finishing up the year, learning how to spot the inversions. And it turns out that this Friday price action is really indicative of what's going to happen the following week. So here's Friday into the close again, and then this little thumbs up is to go through the chart and see how many times this is true. And here we have an up week, right? Come back here. Down action on the 18th of September into the close, and we had a down week. It's a simple idea. This is somewhat, a little bit ambiguous, and I'm still working on the problem of what about a week that really doesn't have a clear trend. In this case, it ended the week flat from where it started Monday, with a couple of excursions in here. So I'm still working on that. Anyway, 12 minutes, so I guess I'll stop the video here. Anyway, that's what I'm up to these days. Take care. Email me with any questions. Bye-bye.